If you love games that keep you on your toes, challenge your skills, and never play the same way twice, then roguelikes are your jam. In 2025, the genre is bigger and better than ever, with fresh twists, wild mechanics, and endless replayability. From pixel-perfect dungeon crawlers to sci-fi adventures and deck-building madness, there's something for every kind of player. Whether you're a hardcore completionist or just love discovering new secrets, these 15 best-of-the-best roguelike games will keep you hooked, dying, and coming back for more. Let's dive into the chaos and find your next obsession.
It leaves a fresh scar behind. No matter how hard we fight.
Returnal. Let's jump straight into the mind-bending world of Returnal. If you ever wanted to know what it feels like to be stuck in a haunting sci-fi loop, this game puts you in the boots of astronaut Celine as she crash lands on a mysterious alien planet. Every death throws you right back to the start, but the environment changes, the monsters get meaner, and you start piecing together this wild story as you fight to break the cycle. It has got bullet hell action, crazy particle effects, and some seriously creepy vibes. The weapons feel punchy, and the combat is amazing. Dodging enemy barrages and unleashing firepower never gets old. And let's be honest, running through rain-soaked ruins at 60 frames per second is pure eye candy. If you're into super intense, fast-paced action with a touch of psychological mystery, Returnal absolutely delivers. Just be ready to rage quit and then come crawling back for one more run, because that's half the fun.
Shall you rush now to your family's defense?
Hades 2. Alright, next up, let's talk about pure mythological madness. Hades 2. The sequel to the beloved Greek mythology roguelike throws fresh spins at you from the get-go. This time, you're playing as Melinoë, diving headfirst into the underworld's chaos with magic, melee, and all sorts of supernatural boosts. What's awesome is how the combat feels snappy and the story hooks you with quirky gods, spicy banter, and surprising twists. Every run is packed with new weapons, powers, and weird encounters. So if you love trying out wild builds or getting roasted by your favorite Olympians, this game never stops serving up fun. The art and music slap hard, making you feel like you're in a living painting. Every time you die, you're back with fresh upgrades and a chip on your shoulder. If you liked the first Hades, Part 2 makes the roguelike grind even more electric. Expect lots of just one more attempt nights. Dead Cells. Here's one for folks who like their roguelikes mixed with pure action and goofy charm. Dead Cells. This game looks simple but plays like a dream. Smooth controls, colourful pixel art, and a level design that keeps you guessing. You dash, roll and slash through enemies, picking up all sorts of crazy weapons and mutations along the way. What makes Dead Cells addictive is the way each run feels unique. You never know if you'll get a frying pan or an ice bow, and both can be the key to victory. Sure, you'll die a lot, but the upgrades never feel cheap, and finding cool shortcuts is always satisfying. There's a fun sense of humour packed into the world too. The beheaded hero shrugs off defeat like it's just another Tuesday. Boss fights keep you on your toes, and speedrunning can get wild if you're up for a challenge. Plus, Dead Cells keeps growing with new updates, so it never gets stale. Spelunky 2. To be honest, Spelunky 2 is pure chaos and adventure, wrapped in a deceptively cute side-scroller. This game does not mess around. You're digging deep into underground caves, dodging traps, wrangling wild creatures, and searching for treasure with every step. The just one more run curse is real, because no two levels are ever the same, thanks to randomly generated maps and endless secrets. Solo or co-op, you'll laugh at your mistakes, shout when you narrowly escape death, and probably curse those pesky shopkeepers more than once. Physics plays a big role here, so a missed jump means instant doom, but that's part of the charm. Spelunky 2 rewards creative thinking, daring moves, and a little bit of luck. If you want a game that'll challenge your platforming skills and keep your heart racing while delivering lots of hilarious mishaps, this one is a must. Good luck not getting squashed by a boulder. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Okay, get ready for something weird and wonderful. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth is a roguelike that goes all in on dark humour and disturbingly fun gameplay. You play as little Isaac, escaping into monstrous basement levels, packed with bizarre enemies, power-ups, and plenty of gross-out surprises. Punchy, twin-stick shooter action keeps things wild, and the sheer number of items means every run can get out of control fast. Want laser tears? How about explosive bombs or flying? Isaac's power-ups get ridiculous, and there are thousands of possible combos to discover. What really hooks you is the replay factor. Each playthrough can unlock new secrets, endings, and wacky challenges. Plus, the art style and music are straight-up iconic in the indie scene. If you're craving a game with loads of secrets, challenging boss fights, and an oddball sense of humour, Isaac's Journey is always a wild ride. Rogue Legacy 2. For anyone who wants a roguelike with a family twist, Rogue Legacy 2 is a blast. Here's the gimmick. Every time you die, your next hero is your descendant, with their own special traits, some silly, some super useful, and some just plain weird. Maybe you'll get a hero who floats, sneezes uncontrollably, or sees everything upside down. You upgrade your castle, unlock awesome new classes, and tackle ever-changing dungeons full of baddies and bosses. The platforming is super smooth, and finding crazy ways to beat the game is part of the fun. Rogue Legacy 2 is all about mixing strategy with luck. Sometimes your family line turns out legendary, sometimes it's just plain cursed. Either way, the colourful graphics and upbeat soundtrack keep you smiling even when you get wiped out. The whole hereditary randomness makes every run fresh, and it's nearly impossible to play just once. Cult of the Lamb. Ready for something totally different? Cult of the Lamb mixes cult management sim with roguelike dungeon crawling, and honestly, it's as wild as it sounds. You're a cute possessed lamb, starting your own creepy cult, gathering followers, building a base, and then charging into randomly generated dungeons to fight monsters and pick up loot. The vibe is cute on the outside, but dark and twisted at its core. You can customize your cult, perform bizarre rituals, and unlock upgrades, all while keeping your flock happy or brainwashed. Combat is fast, but it feels awesome to switch from town building to monster slaying at the drop of a hat. Cult of the Lamb keeps you busy with loads of content and hilarious surprises. If you want a game that delivers both relaxing town moments and hardcore challenge runs, with a side of sinister humour, this one's got it. Just remember to keep your cultists fed, or else.
The masters are slain, yet the Gungeon remains.
Enter the Gungeon. Have you guys ever just wanted pure, unfiltered chaos in your games? Enter the Gungeon is that experience. You crash into a maze built out of bullets, guns, and wild surprises. Literally everything in here is gun-themed. From the enemies, cute little bullets with angry faces, to the loot, mailbox guns, rainbow cannons, you name it. Every run gives you a new set of rooms and a totally fresh ride through action. You'll roll, shoot, and flip tables like a pro, praying you dodge the absolute bullet hell mess that comes your way. The deeper you go, the more bizarre and powerful weapons you'll discover. The game hooks you with that just one more attempt feeling, unlocking new Gungeoneers, chatting up weird NPCs in your hub, and grinding for credits so you can snag more insane gear next time. Trust me, if you're itching for a roguelike that's both hilarious and brutally tough, Gungeon hits the spot every single time. Pacific Drive. Imagine trying to survive the apocalypse from behind the wheel of a beat-up station wagon. Pacific Drive is all about that vibe. Instead of hacking and slashing, your weapon is your souped-up car. You're stuck in the Olympic exclusion zone, a place full of supernatural chaos and crumbling reality. The crazy part is that every run is basically a haunted road trip. You'll scavenge garages for duct tape and scrap to keep your car running, dodge storms and anomalies, and hope you make it back to your base before things get totally weird. The car becomes your lifeline, and upgrades, like better wheels and storing more loot, are a must if you want to escape alive. The tension ramps up each time you hit the road, not knowing what freaky event or new obstacle lurks around the next bend. Perfect for anyone who craves survival and wants something fresh in the roguelike world. Pacific Drive will have you gripping the steering wheel and praying for one more safe run home. Balatro. If you ever thought poker could get crazy, rogue style, Balatro totally flips the script. It's got all the poker hands, sure, but then throws in wild jokers, powerful deck builders, and a loop that's pure addiction. Each run lets you mix and match cards, buy weird upgrades, and discover ways to break the rules for huge scores. There's no real money gambling, just pure strategy and luck battling it out as you face off against clever blinds, mini-bosses, with tricks up their sleeves. The art is bright and playful. You can relax and vibe out to it for hours. What keeps you coming back? Hundreds of ways to build a winning hand, juicy updates dropping new cards and modes, and plenty of funny surprises. Whether you're a poker pro or just like clever games, Balatro pulls you in. You'll end up saying one last hand over and over way past midnight. Darkest Dungeon 2. So picture a world where misery loves company. Darkest Dungeon 2 drags you back into the nightmare with tough choices and grim journeys. You guide a band of tormented heroes through hellish roads, making calls that always carry risk. No two paths are alike, and your crew faces emotional breakdowns, terrifying monsters, and impossible odds. Forget grinding one hero for ages. They wipe the slate clean each run, so every decision is do or die for that session. The New Kingdoms mode adds fresh pain and secret rewards, making each trek through madness a wild ride. You'll have moments where victory feels right there, or you'll get smacked by some freak horror and have to rethink your whole strategy. The tension is real. Every encounter can break your run, making progress feel hard-won. For anyone who likes their roguelikes, intense, emotional, and brutally hard, Darkest Dungeon 2 is the game you can't stop suffering through in a good way. Slay the Spire. Ready to geek out on strategy? Slay the Spire is a deck-building roguelike that lets your inner card shark shine. You climb a spooky spire filled with monsters, traps, and weird magic. Your deck starts humble, but soon you're stacking crazy combos: attack, defend, unleash wild relics. Every run has a new shuffle. You get smarter, not stronger, so it's about learning from every wipeout. The best part? No two journeys are the same. Sometimes you're OP, sometimes you barely scrape by. Even if the graphics are simple, the game delivers massive aha moments as you figure out just how broken you can make your deck. It's perfect for killing time, binge playing, and bragging about those rare, perfect runs. If you've got a taste for brainy challenges and love seeing strategy pay off, clear your schedule. Slay the Spire is a total time sink, and that's a good thing. Shogun Showdown. Suppose something like a samurai chess match, but every move could be your last. Shogun Showdown is smart, stylish, and way tougher than it looks. The board is tight, the action is turn-based, and you've got to outthink foes who get stronger every round. You collect attack tiles and plan combos. Maybe you dash through enemies, swap positions, or line up the perfect strike for a massive chain reaction. Runs are always different. You unlock new characters, skills, and wild power-ups as you progress. The tension is through the roof every single turn, especially when you know enemies are about to unleash something nasty. You have to read the battlefield and make clutch calls. Shogun Showdown isn't just one more pixel art roguelike. It feels classy and unpredictable, with a learning curve that's massively satisfying once you get the hang of it. Monster Train 2. If you're looking for deck building with a vertical twist, Monster Train 2 is your ticket. You're the commander of a hellbound train, stacking monsters on multi-level floors to defend your pyre from heavenly invaders. But the real magic is in mixing 5 crazy new clans, each with unique powers, cards, and buffing equipment. So you literally build your own defense strategy every single run. Combat is wild. Enemies storm each level, and it's up to you to deploy, upgrade, and protect your best cards. There are daily, community, and dimensional challenges, plus loads of unlocks. The plot even throws heaven and hell together to fight a common enemy. You'll experiment every run, chasing insane combos that turn your train into a monster bunker. Monster Train 2 is all about creative strategy, epic fails, big wins, and chasing that one more ride feeling every time you hit start. Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is proof that simple can be ridiculously fun. You're tossed into a field swarming with monsters, armed with auto-attacking weapons, power-ups, and pure panic energy. The goal? Stay alive as long as you can, leveling up to unlock wild attacks, laser rain, whirling axes. You get the idea. The map fills up with insane enemy hordes, and you have to keep moving or get smothered. Every upgrade gives you new powers, And the loop is satisfying. You dive in, wreck monsters, grab loot, and yeah, die, then jump right back for more. Updates keep rolling with new levels, characters and mystery modes, so there's always crazy fresh stuff dropping. With co-op, more challenges and tons of secrets, Vampire Survivors keeps things both accessible and totally chaotic. Great for quick sessions, showing off weird builds and seeing how long you can last against the Horde. And one run is never enough. And that's all for this video. I hope you found some awesome roguelikes to add to your playlist this year. If you enjoyed the vid, don't forget to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and share your favourite roguelike in the comments below. There's always another one more run waiting, so keep playing, keep exploring, and I'll catch you all in the next adventure.